Good morning. Tahmina Khan is here in TKMaths is fun. In today's video, I will explain to you a concept of matrix, which is a topic in O-level mathematics syllabus. And in matrix, we will cover the concept of determinant and we will solve one word problem. So it's a challenging question which will help you to develop good understanding of the concept. So before we begin, you can see on the top my blog address, tkmathsisfun.blogspot.com. Do visit it. You will find my all videos I have made so far, and it is categorized, so it's easy to find out the subject of your interest. And tkmaths.com, it's my website address. There are more information available, so do visit it. You will find it useful in your learning process. So let's begin with the question. Now for the word problem, I need this concept of inverse matrix. So let's first of all see what is inverse matrix. Suppose a matrix is given to you 9, 5, 7, 4, and you have to find out its inverse. Inverse symbol is this, a power minus 1. Now there's a formula for it, and formula to find inverse is 1 over determinant of a into adjoint of a. Now we need to know what is determinant of a and what is adjoint of matrix A, right? So once we will find it, we will just substitute here, plug in the value. So first of all, let's see the determinant of A, right? Okay, so when you look at the matrix, the diagonal which is like this, it is called leading diagonal or it is called principal diagonal, right? So in determinant, you multiply the elements, these are called elements of the leading diagonal. So 9 multiplied by 4 minus whatever the elements on this diagonal, 5 into 7. So the determinant of A is 1. So 9 4s are 36 minus 7 5s are 35. Now determinant of A is 1. Now we need to find out what is adjoint of A. Adjoint of A is a matrix in which you interchange the elements of the principal diagonal. So 4 will go here, 9 will come here. So you flip the places of the elements on the leading diagonal and you change the sign of the elements on the other diagonal. Right now it is plus 7, so I will write minus 7 here. Here it is plus 5, I will write minus 5. So whatever the sign of the elements here, you take opposite of it. So if it was minus here, I would have taken plus here. So now I will substitute the value of determinant of A here and adjoint of matrix A I will write here. So after this, because 1 divided by 1 is 1 and we don't need to mention it, so you can just say your inverse matrix is this. So now let's see the word problem, and I'm sorry, in the word problem we will not apply this concept, rather the video I will make after this, I will apply the concept. Earlier I was thinking of making it in this video, but then it would become very long, so I changed my mind. Okay, so now we need to understand what is matrix multiplication that is needed in the word problem. So important thing about the matrix multiplication is whenever the matrix are multiplying, you need to look at the order of the matrix. Now by order I mean how many rows mean these horizontal line, and how many columns. So for example, if I see here 1 row, 2 row, 3 row, 4th row. So that's why I've written 4 into 3. Now 3 is column, first column, second column, third column. So order of this matrix is 4 into 3. Do not multiply. Don't say 4 times 3 is 12. It is not a multiplication, it is order, which is telling you how many rows and how many columns. Similarly for this matrix, if I see 1, 2, 3, 3 rows and 1 column. So the order of this matrix is 3 into 1. So if this is same, what is same? If you see here, row into column, row into column. So if column of the first matrix is same as the row of the second matrix, then yes, multiplication is possible, right? And then we say multiplication possible, and this 4 into 1. You know what does this tell you? What will be the product matrix? So if I multiply, which I'm not going to do right now, it will have 4 rows, right here, 1 number, 2 number, 3, 4, and 1 column. So this will be the product matrix. Okay. So let's start with this challenging question. Now this table is telling you that there are different types of gift hampers, right? So first of all, we will see the information and then we will start solving parts of the question. There are four parts of this question. Now in 4 types of gift hamper, which are happiness, prosperity, bumper harvest, and good fortune. Now different number of candies are packed in it, right? Either quantity is different or types, they all have each type. You see the types are abalone, groundnut, chocolate, candy, biscuits. So happiness hamper will have 2 cans of this, 6 packet of groundnut, 5 boxes of chocolate, 4 boxes of candy, and 5 packets of biscuit. So when you add all this together, it will make happiness hamper. Similarly, there are different hampers, right? So you understood how they are packing and making gift hampers. Okay, so this is the information about it. Now, this is the price list of each of this. For example, a can of abalone, $30. A packet of groundnut, 1.80. A box of chocolate, 4.80. So similarly, they have given you the prices of each type of chocolate or biscuit or groundnut you are packing into different gift hamper. So this is the information. Now let's see what is the question. So first part of the question is saying, write down 2 matrices such that when you multiply those matrices, right, product of the elements of those matrices, what do you get? Each cost price of each type of hamper. Right now, if I do not solve this matrix question and I just use common sense, I will say, okay, I will multiply 2 by this because this is the price of 1 can of abalone. It should multiply by 2 because happiness mein there are 2 abalone. 6 should multiply by 1.80 because this is the price of 1 packet of groundnut and there are 6 such packets. So I know how I have to multiply to get the price of 1 hamper of happiness, right? Does this make sense? Because you need to understand the problem, right? Okay. So now if I write them into matrix form, this is what the information I got from there. And this is the price list, right? 30, 1.8. So these are the prices of each type of candy or biscuit or chocolate, whatever it was. And this is the information we had. Now I will see either it is possible to multiply or not. So order of this matrix is 4 times 5 because there are 5 columns. So 4 into 5. And order of this matrix is 5 into 1 because 5 rows and 1 column. Now, if I multiply, yes, it is possible because this is same 5 into 5. But the product I will get will have a matrix 4 into 1. Now 4 into 1 mean I will have 4 rows and I will have 1 column. So it's perfect because we want cost price of each type of hamper. So this will give me the cost of happiness, cost of prosperity, cost of bumper harvest, and cost of good fortune. So I will get the price of each type of hamper. Okay. Now the part of the question is saying evaluate this product. So basically you have to find out. So after that we are simply multiplying. Now you need to understand how to multiply 2 matrices. First row with first column. So let's see here. You can see here 2 into 30 plus 6 into 1.8 plus 5 into 4.8, 4 into 3.5, 5 into 2.4. So first row with first column is done. Then second row with first column exactly in the same way, right? Then third row with first column because there is only 1 column, so each row will be multiplied by these columns, this column 1 by 1. So after that you will add up. So this is the price of 1 hamper of happiness. This is the price of hamper of prosperity. This is the price of bumper harvest, 1 hamper only, 1 gift pack. which has different number of candies. So you got here the cost of each type of hamper. And this is what the question was saying. Okay, give the cost price of each type of hamper. So we have found here. Second part of the question is saying the company receives order. Now, for example, you have a company, you have advertised, this is the price, or not advertised, but you have in your mind, this is the price of each type of hamper. And the order you have received, 85 happiness hamper, 90 prosperity, 80 bumper, 120 good fortune. So now common sense says, if this is the price of one hamper of happiness, 120.8, and I get order of 85, so straight away it will cost me 120.8 multiplied by 85, right? If you know the price of one thing and you multiply by the number of things you want to buy of that type, you simply multiply. Okay, so like, you know, when you're solving word problem, you have to understand, or you have to keep thinking what you're doing. It is not just that whatever number you see, you multiply it, not like that. Okay, so now what is this question saying? Can now multiply two matrices so that element of the product show the total cost price of the hamper. So answer should be just one number, right? So let's see what one can do. If somebody is just doing with numbers, can he make mistake, or there are no chances of mistakes? So let's see. Because I want total price, I will charge if I have a company and I'm giving this order. So how much price, how much money I will get back? Okay, so for example, somebody just say, write down this prices of each type of hamper here, right? 4 into 1, and this is the number of order. 80 into 90 into 80 into 120, sorry, 85 into 9, 85, 90, 80, 120. If I look at the order, this is 4 rows, 1 column, 1 row, 4 column. So multiplication is possible because this is same. But the product I get is 4 by 4. You know what this 4 by 4 is representing? Does this make sense? Why? Because I want a total price of the order altogether, not separately. So what does 4 by 4 represent? And if I look here, what am I doing? First row multiply by this will give me this answer. And this is the price of one happiness hamper, remember it. And these are the orders. This is the order of prosperity. So if somebody is doing this multiplication, he is multiplying 120 by 90 and writing answer here. 120 by 80, writing answer here. This is the order of bumper harvest. So you see, multiplication is possible, but what one is doing does not make sense in this question. So everything will be correct, but answer will be 0 because that is wrong thing, right? So it is possible, but everything is wrong here. There's no point doing like this. Okay, then let's write it in the other way around. If I write price, number of order of hampers first, and number of and price of each hamper here, the order is 1 by 4, and this order is 4 rows and 1 column. Now this is also possible, and the product I will get with this 1 by 1. So does this make sense? Let's see. These were 85 happiness hamper. So you are multiplying 85 by this, 90 by this. That makes sense because this is the price of one prosperity hamper, and these are the number of order for prosperity hamper. So you see, now it is making sense. So when you will multiply and add it up, you will get the total price of gift hampers ordered. So when you're multiplying, please use common sense also. Do not just say, oh, multiplication is possible, so let's continue. For example, here it was possible, but not making sense according to the question. Otherwise, I mean, in any case, this is totally wrong because what are these numbers representing? Anyway, let's see the third part of the question. Now, of course, the prices we have seen here, each hamper, this is the company price because when they are packing cans, biscuit, things in it, so this much it cost to them. So of course, every company wants profit. Now, company want a profit of 30% on happiness, 25% on prosperity hamper, 20% on bumper harvest, and 15% on good fortune. This is the profit they want. So now you have to multiply two matrices such that elements of their product will selling price of each hamper. So now you need price of each hamper, selling price basically. So which has to be more than this actually, right? Because this is the cost price, actual price. So now you need to understand here one thing, that if these are the actual prices and company, for example, on happiness want 30% profit. So if you are good at percentage, you will understand that company need to, 130% they should sell it. 130% mean 1.30. The other way, children, remember that 30% of this thing, and whatever the answer will come, add 120.8 in it. So straight away do 1.30 multiply by this. It will give you the selling price, the new selling price, which will include profit. Similarly, if you want 25% profit on this, so 100 plus 25 is 125, because 100% is always actual thing. So 125 multiplied by this will give you the new selling price. And in this case, 20%, because this is the price of one bumper harvest. So 20 multiplied by 100 is 120%, which is 1.20 multiplied by this. And for the last good fortune, they want to earn 15% profit. 15 plus 100 is 115%, which is 1.15. So now if I multiply this by this, this by this, this by this, I will get the selling price of each hamper. But I have to write two matrices. I do not have to do simple multiplication here, right? So the thing is, if the order of this matrix is 4 by 1, let me erase what I have written here. Okay, so if the order of this matrix is 4 by 1, and I want price of each hamper separately, it means at the end I should get answer which should be like this, and the order of this is 4 into 1. So it should be 4 into 1, because this gives us the product of the, the order of the product matrix. And here I should definitely have 4, because 4 by 4, 4 and 4, if it is same, then multiplication is possible. So I understood that the matrix which will come here will have 4 by 4 matrix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this I understood because of the matrix multiplication concept. But how will I write these numbers there? For this has to multiply by 1.30. This has to multiply by 1.25. This has to multiply by 1.20. So how do I fit in here? Are you getting my point? So important thing is that, and this should multiply by 1.30, the rest should not. So if I write here 1.30, now pay attention what I'm saying, because first row multiply by first column. So 1.30 multiply by this. And I don't want them to multiply by anything. So I can write here what? Zeros. Because when I will do 1.30 into this, plus 0 into this, plus 0 into this, I will get just one answer, which will be the selling price of happiness hamper. Now this should multiply by 1.25, none of the other. So 1.25 should come here, because when you will multiply this row by this column, 0 multiplied by this will be 0, and 1.25 multiply by this. So on, you will fill up this product. Okay, and then after that, when you multiply, this is what you get. So you are getting here the selling price of each type of hamper, and you can see each price is more than the actual price here. Can you notice? So that is also telling you one way that yes, our answer is right. If not calculated accurately, that is different thing. But at least all answers here are more than this. And this is what we were expecting in profit, right? So thank you very much for watching this video. If you learned something from it, you liked it, please press like and subscribe button. Share it with your friends. Thank you very much. Take care. In the other video, I will tell you post multiplication and pre multiplication of the matrix concept. Once again, thank you for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz.